All right, everyone, it's Adam here. Happy Monday. It's the great General George Washington's birthday, 1 p.m. I went to town to pick up some groceries and also to pick up my Golf R. So this is really, for me, this is a way for me to test the lapel mic and see how it sounds and kind of get used to it. So a lot of the content of the video is going to be a little, maybe boring to some people. I'll try to edit it down the best I can. And what happened was, I'm gonna see how that sounds when the lapel mic is when I'm editing the video. So what happened was, when I first got the car, about 3 weeks into ownership, a small rock hit my windshield around where the passenger is. Had about a $50 bill size of spider web look, and through my insurance, the windshield repair was successful. It worked great. About a month later, another little rock hit right in front of my line of sight, and that led to a very small chip that did not spider or have any problems. But it ended up being not anything worth repairing. It just was annoying and it looked awful. And then fast forward to January, so this is from November to January, a rock hit down in the black color by the windshield wiper is in the driver's side. I heard it hit. It was loud as hell, and I'm like, oh crap. And then I got to work. I don't see anything. Great. So, well, I got to work at 5 p.m. The spider crawl has like covered across the whole windshield. It looks terrible. I call it progressive. I got to pay a tiny deductible, and it's repairable. And the only glass that was available for the 2016 Golf R was OEM glass, which I was going to request anyway and pay the difference if they were going to fight me on it. So I do have the beautiful VW logo here on my side for the glass, which is great. I prefer the OEM glass. I went to a place that a lot of people locally recommended to have it done. There were some issues. Like, one of the main problems was they adjusted my windshield wipers to be visible, and in the Golf R they hide, so they were visible when I pulled away. And also my rearview mirror was rattling a bit, and they fixed that. So I had to go back twice to have them fix problems with the car. But overall, they were fine. There's a couple of weird gaps, but the wind noise is low. I think it's okay. I think the car is fine, and I am happy to see that beautiful VW logo at the bottom of the glass. Not that I don't know. It's all kinds of discussion around if that's good or not. But when I go to sell it, I've got the stock for OEM glass. Yeah, so other news, and again, this is just sort of a stream of consciousness here. Other news is I've been seriously considering getting a motorcycle, and the reason is not that this car isn't fast enough. This car is plenty fast. I'm actually looking for a motorcycle that is fun to ride. I can take off-road, which this car cannot be taken off-road. It's too low for any of that BS. And so I signed up for the 3-day safety class in April 1st, the first class of the year for New Hampshire. They provide everything but gloves, and it's 3 days, 1 day of classroom time, 2 days of parking lot time, and then I'll walk away with a motorcycle driver's license. Accreditation thing on your driver's license. So that'll be pretty exciting. So I've started researching what I need. I have already picked out sort of the gear I need, the helmet I need. I mean, I've probably spent close to 20 hours so far researching of everything that I need to be safe on the road. It's really important. My budget's around $1,100 for helmet, jacket, gloves, and boots. And then I'd like to spend a bit of money to get nice riding pants that fit over jeans. So that's a little bit more complicated because I've got a really big butt. It's just how I am. My whole family has big butts. So, I mean, even when I'm like a 32 waist, I can't fit in anything but like loose-fitting jeans. So that's going to be kind of a problem for me. So I might have to like break down and buy Harley-Davidson pants, because we all know Harley-Davidson riders are big dudes. Yeah, so that's happening. As far as options for the motorcycle, the biggest thing is, obviously, I'm not going to spend anything more than what's required, which is the gloves, ahead of this class, because I don't want to spend too much money and realize that it's good to have the accreditation on my license, but it's not actually worth it to have to actually go and buy a bike. I might decide I don't like it as much. Chances are slim, but we'll see. And So I'm not going to do anything rash, but I am looking at dual purpose motorcycles that are off-roadable. So we're talking about like the Honda, Kawasaki, and what I'm leaning towards, what I'm leaning towards wanting is the BMW F800 GS. It has some knobby tires are an option. It has ABS, it has traction control. It works with our TomTom GPS rider that, you know, I work for TomTom, and it's just it's a beautiful bike. And obviously I would buy one used for a first-time bike, but I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. The other ones, I mean, you know, Honda, Kawasaki, they're not German, you know, so I want to convince myself not to get a BMW, but right now I'm leaning towards the F800 GS, maybe the F650 GS. The F1200 Adventure is what I'd like to get, but honestly, it's a first bike, and the 800 is probably the maximum. Even though I weigh 260, 1200 is just pushing it. So I'm gonna stick with the F800 and call it a day. So we'll see what happens there. I think motorcycling is great. I want to save some gas money in the summertime. I want to go on some long drives. I want something that I can take all my camping gear with me, that has hard metal side bags. When I go to beer tastings by myself, I don't need this big car. I can take the BMW or whatever motorcycle I chose to get. I don't want a cruiser. I don't want a sport bike. I mean, the Golf R is a sub 4 seconds, 0 to 60. I don't need anything faster than that. So I'm gonna go with something that you know, maybe tops out at 120, which is pretty small for bike terms and is a lot of fun. But most importantly, carries all my gear. And Heather does not want to ride on the motorcycle. She wants to have nothing to do with it. Big surprise there. So it looks like I'll be going solo, so having some back seat room isn't really a big deal. So I think the F800 GS is what I'm leaning towards. Currently, I keep looking for used deals, and then if I do have to buy new, I may end up buying a Honda just because it's the most responsible. Because I think the F800 GS new runs 13,000. The Hondas run about 9,500. And then, of course, you know, you are buying German, so you're getting all those German problems, you know. I'm going to do a quick test here, actually. I'm going to turn around and go to the next exit. I went one exit down just to talk to you guys. Let's see how right now it's 17 degrees outside, so it's pretty warm. But let's see, I put the windows down here. Let's see how this all sounds. Turbo and such, exhaust noise. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but that was I keep okay. Let's rewind for a second. I keep having this problem. When the car was stock, I could be rolling 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, and I could floor it. I could floor the car. It's very fast, right? But now with the stage 2 and downpipe, I can't floor it. If I'm in second gear and I'm rolling at 20 miles an hour and I floor it, there's going to be serious problems. It's going to get to, you know, peak RPMs around 5,000 RPM. I lose, and this might just be the winter tires. I lose traction. The car freaks out. EST activates. It won't chip second. It's trying to keep me on the road. So I got to remember from now on, just press the ESC off button one time to go into sport, and that won't be as much of a problem. Anyway, I don't know how that sounded, but we'll see with the lapel mic how this all works out in the end. So that's really it. I'm off today. I ran a lot of errands. I got my windshield replaced. I got my dash cam stuck back on. I went to the store and got some jeans and some shorts. Got the haircut. Got some groceries that I'm taking home now. I was gonna get some gas, but I went to Harley Davidson just to look at their jackets. I don't like that all their jackets say Harley across them with big eagles and stuff. I don't want to be like flashy with my stuff. I really just want a jacket that protects me, and I'm definitely not, a lot of motorcycle riders, a lot of new riders will skimp on that kind of stuff. Honestly, I'd rather get a shittier bike and have much better equipment. Let's try this again with sport mode here. Complete stop, ESC Sport activated. That's better. Yeah, that's way better. Hopefully there aren't cops around. Yeah, we didn't exceed the speed limit though. Yeah, that really, it just comes down to the back end will flare out a bit, but you're not it will still shift once it hits peak RPM. Yeah, so the Harley stuff, it's so flashy, and I don't want to like skimp on my gear. I'm definitely going to get a mid-range, I don't know if it's a Shui or Showie Japanese helmet. I tried a bunch of those on yesterday at or the day before at the motorcycle store down an hour south of me. Went through a bunch of those, full face obviously. I do want to get a setup where I can do a contour HD camera over here. I don't really care about the Bluetooth speakers, but I would like to do, you know, moto vlogs, which would be a lot of fun. It'll be a commuter when it warms up, so you know, May through October it'll be my commuter bike. The Golf R will be the, you know, girlfriend and I go do things, or we go together to go camping or something. And I do want to take the bike to some cool locations. But definitely helmet. I've got the gloves now, the ones with the padded knuckles. They're leather. They come up to here. Those were $100. The jacket will run me $350 or so. Helmet is going to be close to $400. There are ones that are way more expensive, but really, $350, $400 is the premium, lightweight, sweet spot for helmets that I can stomach. And then the shoes, you know, I'm going to do the zip-on leather shoes. They have the steel toe, the steel heel, reinforced sides that are weatherproof, not waterproof, because I don't really plan on riding on days that it's wet outside. And yeah, that's pretty much the get up. So we'll see how that goes. So we're like 12 minutes in right now, maybe with some editing about 8 or 9. So I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said, this is really a test for the lapel mic. It might sound terrible. It might actually not even be working. I don't know. We'll see. But nice drive home. So it was nice to chat with you guys today. And thanks a lot for tuning in. I do have a plan to make a 5 things I hate about the Golf R. I don't know if I even come up with 5 things, but I'm going to try to come up with a video for you guys to do that. Now that I have the lapel mic, if this does work, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So, yeah, that's it for now. So enjoy your George Washington Patriots Day, if you're celebrating it, if you're off. And I will chat with you guys all in a week or two. Bye.